Hello everyone, it has been a while since I've made a video, and today we're making a video with a webcam of all things, and a pretty good one at that from Fifine. I only bought this for like under £15 and the quality on it is pretty amazing, as you can see. It's genuinely not bad at all. I wanted to talk about the future of this channel and what I intend to do both on my official channel and this one, because I think that at least over the past, I would say, couple of years, or the past year, I've very much laid low and I haven't made really any content. And the reason for that is I think that I have been struggling a lot internally, and I've also been trying to perfect my craft in this medium, which is of course voiceover and voice acting. I love gaming, and I love, of course, doing other things as well, and really just chilling with my friends. I think that's the important thing. I think this generation, I think after last year, it's been a very big eye-opener this year to spend more time with people and to actually appreciate the people that I do have, opposed to wishing for more or feeling lonely because I don't have enough, which is just ridiculous. And you should really get yourself out of that mindset, because you're not going to get anywhere with voiceover or voice acting if you are not appreciating what you have. If you think about what you don't have, you will often find that you're not humbling yourself enough. You are not going to handle rejection very well. You're not going to go very far in this medium. And sadly, this entire month of January, I've had pretty much nothing back from my auditions. I've not been sent any private invites or anything like that, which I would usually get. And I think that this is a very difficult point because I've been doing voice acting for about a year now, and I've done a couple of jobs. I've been in a couple of projects. Some of them just haven't seen the light of day, so I've never actually really been in anything at all that I can show you. Obviously there's my redubs, there is some content that I have which apparently I'm not allowed to disclose because like the projects didn't come out, but I had to sign an agreement, which means you don't get to hear or see these things. And although I got paid for those roles, it kind of sucks, man. Like, I think it's very disheartening because you can put your like pretty much your whole heart and soul into a project and then it'll just never see the light of day. And this is why I say that I think all of us have those days. I especially have those days where it's like I have people who probably don't want to see me do well, who would rather see me just work in a normal environment and not fulfill this dream and think that I'm not going to make any money from this, I'm not going to get anywhere in life from this. There's a lot of negative people, and that will destroy and crush your dreams. See, the thing is, I'm 24 now, right? Half the time I still feel like I'm 18. I still feel like I'm 21 because I forget, like, life is going that quickly. Nothing really changes. And for people that saying that's just because you haven't grown up, it's immaturity, that's not true. Okay, yes, I haven't been in a full-time job and I've been bouncing around with university, and I was in a part-time job for a little while and I found ways of making money in between. I think one of my most restricting factors of actually getting anywhere with this has been both my anxiety and, more importantly, my depressive episodes. And I think that a lot of jealousy and a lot of hatred has definitely stunted me in terms of my growth. But all of this is very important to me, like your mental health, your ability to socialize, which is very difficult for myself. I found it difficult for a while. My social skills aren't bad though. I can speak to people. I can speak to them like I'm speaking to you guys right now. But there's this like sick, sinking feeling, like an almost paranoia in a sense. But we're not going to go into these, not going to go into the mental aspect. We're going to keep talking about what you can do. Voice acting and voiceover is, I would say, 50% voice acting and voiceover, and the other 50% is you marketing, you getting yourself out there and you trying to meet people. You know, I've been told that there's conventions and places I can go to meet other creatives and whatnot. There's a reason why I like going to AnimeCon, because it's the one time I feel really comfortable and I'm in my zone and I can listen to voice actors and I'm intrigued about what they've got to say, how they can help me get further. And to be honest, AnimeCon last year really improved my overall projection for voice acting, because I was able to listen to 3 of my favorite voice actors. One of them is behind me in a signature. Her name is Jamie Markey. She happily like went out of her way to just like talk about a book that I should read, and I did have a little look into it, but it's nothing super helpful. She talked to me about Larian Studios, or the people that did the dubbing for Baldur's Gate 3, to talk about video games, not just anime, because she is in that medium too. Loads of different things. And listening to other voice actors, they told me to go on websites such as Casting Call Clubs, Voices, Fiverr, Upwork, all these different places. Some of them they don't recommend more than others though, because obviously Upwork and Fiverr is quite a dodgy website where you're going to be getting very, very, very low amounts of money for a lot of work sometimes. Like, people will pay you sometimes like £50 to do nearly 3 hours of content. This is going to sound bad, especially when you're first starting out. I was doing it too, is I was accepting things like $10 for like a fairly big script. And then I started to realize I need to start charging per word count, and then it ended up that I was doing those scripts for around £50 maybe, but that still wasn't enough. I was definitely undercharging for the kind of services I was giving. A lot of people were actually convinced that if they wanted me to do an impression of something, they were convinced it was actually AI and they wanted to prove it was me, so I would send them a video of me doing it. Loads of different things. It's all very interesting, but I've learned a lot over this past year, and I feel like 2025 especially, we're kind of coming into the circle of I'm actually ready now to come back, and I'm ready to sort myself out in many ways, both physically and mentally, and I'm going to take my time with it. At the end of the day, if someone truly respects you, they will respect your choices, and they won't try to force you to do something that they want, because I've noticed a lot of people do this. They will be very disrespectful and then expect you to respect them and what they want from you. And I think that's just ridiculous, because again, I think it leads into both jealousy and the fact that people don't actually believe in you. And the biggest believer, more than anything, is going to be yourself in this industry. You're going to be let down. You're going to be distraught over the fact you might have an incredibly dry month or two. Your social media might not be booming. I know for a fact mine isn't. You know, it's all work. Eventually, I hope that I can push myself and that this content will become more consistent. I will actually start getting viewers and fans and people that I can relate to and talk with on this level. But I've decided I'm not going to do overly edited videos. I'm not going to do stupid things. From now on, I want to be more honest, and I want to start uploading more videos for you guys that would be actually helpful and interesting. And along the way, I want to be that one person in the industry that doesn't just say, this is how you get into voice acting, and then completely just ignore your needs. Because I've noticed a lot of people do this. It's like, I got into voice acting, but then they won't actually tell you how. And that is the problem. Sometimes it is about connections. And if you guys have like a scheme that your government does or anything else where they will get you in contact with people and they can help you with, say, your anxiety, actually meeting people and socializing and stuff like that, then I think that would be the biggest help. Because if you have this kind of talent and you're able to express yourself with characters, don't give up on that dream. And more importantly, if you are a person that wants to do something, go and do it. Because at the end of the day, people assume that by the time you hit 30, your life's over and that's it. It isn't. The only time your life's over when you hit 30 is if you haven't been doing the gym and you haven't been keeping healthy. That's when things start to get fucky. Don't be fooled by people that are living average lives and thinking they're better than you because they started earlier. That's just not true. You have time. And if this is a medium you can get into and it makes you a lot of money, even in the next 10 years, so I would be 34. If I start to earn stupid amounts of money at 34 because I decided to stick with this, I would be much happier than trying to save up by 34 to actually sort my life out, if that makes sense. Don't be disheartened, but always have a plan B. Don't just do this work and ignore, for example, part-time jobs or other work that you could do, whether it be a side business selling things or whether that be you working in a hotel as a cleaner or wherever. A couple of days a week, get some extra money, put it in your savings, save up, do your voice acting work, and hopefully that takes off. Don't let people dishearten you. This is going to be one video of multiple where I'm going to cover different topics. This is like a general overview of just the kind of things I want to talk about. But if you want me to go more in depth about specific topics, because I'm making this video more for you guys than I am for myself, because I don't really want to be on social media anymore, as crazy as that sounds. And then you guys comment and let me know what you want me to cover and what topics you think would be the most interesting, because I don't want to make videos for myself, because otherwise there's really no point to this at all. Of course I will upload redubs and probably new voiceover clips and different things here, auditions, etc. We'll go along with it and see what happens. So thank you guys. and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.